All right, how we doing? Welcome to Your Sister's Boyfriends, where we discuss everything that you want to know about that involves any type of investment in your life. But tonight, we're going to get right into it on this crazy week that we had going in the stock market. Everybody knows what's been going on. Let's just dive right in. ANC, GameStop, out of control. I think it was completely manipulated towards the end. We are just out of control with it. We got an ANC a little late. We watched GameStop do its thing. I knew nothing about it. We're not on Reddit. We stick with StockTwits most of the time.
StockTwits is better.
But ANC, man, that was my baby. I found that late, like the night before, and we threw $500 in there, like as a joke.
Being honest, you found it 2 weeks prior at 342 before there was anything. That was on your watch list.
That's right, it was.
It was on your watch list.
Oh shit! I was
at
like,
342.
That's absolutely correct.
You looked at me. You looked at me in the eyes, and you said, "We got to keep our eyes on this." Two weeks prior.
That's right. I knew it. When you said that, I was like, "Hey, and then I was like, "You're absolutely correct. That's right. We did."
Yeah.
That's right.
That was big.
Right there at American Airlines, but they ain't doing shit right now. They stopped them too. They kept stopping them. They kept shutting everybody down, going by 50 shares at a time and limit shares. It was just out of control. And everything that we found and researched, like our hot hitters, obviously SMDL, that's a baby. Like that's, I just keep resorting.
That's our favorite. That's our
my
favorite
fucking
one.
love stock right there. I'm in. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out. Now I'm in bigger than I've ever been. Like, and it was going to go up. It was going to fly up.
So what do you think SNDL is going to do here? Coming up.
Oh, she's going to fly, dude.
You think?
She's going to go to the moon. Yeah. Because they're going to take their foot off the pedal. They have to.
When you say who's taking their foot off the pedal?
The brokerage accounts.
Yeah.
Like Robinhood.
Yeah.
Because like they're stopping us from buying. Mm-hmm. It was StockTwits is StockTwits is where you want to be. Reddit's cool, but StockTwits is a lot cooler because it is the Wild West of I don't know the stock market, but it's the Wild West of it all. It's just you can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. Everybody's pumping the shit out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just one crazy ride.
It's probably one of the funniest social medias there is.
I didn't know about it at first. So like I was just stuck researching. Like we're not going to show you any graphs here. We're not going to come on and be like, what's up, penny pinchers? Like that's not how we do it here. We're going to get down. We're going to get gritty, nose and grindstone type of shit. And, whiteboards full of information. We're looking up about CEOs. We're seeing what they're about, where they went to school, like how committed they are, how many shares they own. I mean, we get into how the websites are. All like the like kind of like if you're looking at somebody, you look at the characteristics. We're looking at the characteristics of the stocks. We're chasing conferences. Those are big catalysts. And at first, I didn't really want to rely on them, but it seems to be that they just pop every time. They pop up, and then they fall back down. Everybody sells off, and then you wait for another catalyst, and then you're kind of picking that. Sometimes resort to the graph, but we know because of what happened, there's going to be a huge, huge entrance of all these new traders coming in with $1,000, not knowing which way to go. And we want to show you which way to go. We want to tell you where to go. We want to help you out and give you the best guidance we can with the right advice. But we're not going to give you you're not going to get low risk, low rewarded advice here. We're going high risk, high reward. We're penny cowboys. We're looking, it's not just about making money, but you're gonna see numbers moving and then it bites you. It bites you like a bug. We don't want to see you around there getting your heads cut off because people like us will just fucking eat you up. So yeah, look into StockTwits, get into that. When you get in, don't use Robinhood, even though it's probably the easiest to understand. I'm personally going to download Webull and try it out.
I'm right behind you.
But I'm not taking all my funds out of Robinhood and being down 2 or 3 days. I got to get my fix. You know what I'm saying?
Now, are you out of Robinhood because of what happened, or do you think there's an advantage going to Webull?
There's definitely an advantage going to Webull because you can trade at 4 a.m. I get up early 4 a.m. for my day job.
4 a.m. to when?
Which I hate.
Robinhood is 9 to 6. What is Webull?
Robinhood's 9 to 6. Well, the market's 9:30 to 4, but pre-market for Robinhood starts at 9. After hours goes until 6, so from 4 to 6. Webull is 4 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Which is the best out of all the brokerages, right?
I would say Webull, yeah. I mean,
when it comes to hours.
Well, no, the best would be TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim. That's 24/5. That's like you're trading with fucking vampires.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The craziness happens overnight.
With everything. The craziness happens overnight. But 4 a.m. is huge. From 4 a.m. to 4:30, I've seen things blow up. Now I'm up, but I can't trade. I'm just watching my money go one way or the other, planning it, and like you gotta do the craziest thing at like 8:59. You're on the phone with your boy, and you're like, like what do I set it for? You gotta set it like 10 cents lower than what it is because everybody's setting it for some sort of price, and you're not. It could be like at 9 o'clock they just drop. You could have something. You could have $2,000 worth. After you could double what you have in there overnight. It goes up, and you want to take it out at 5 a.m. You can't. 7 a.m. hits, TD Ameritrade starts, it goes down. Sometimes it goes back up if it's strong, like AMC, they were holding so strong. It was funny because, like, you read it. It was like, wow, people are holding strong for AMC. They're not selling off.
Yeah, a lot of people lost a lot of money, though, when they limited like a lot.
Yo, it was
like a lot.
But we were so confident that it was going to keep going up that I held when it hit like 27. Now, see, the problem with Robinhood is like, it hit 27 in front of our eyes. Oh my God, 27. And Robinhood still has a 52-week high of like $20 or something.
Oh, they didn't put it on there.
Their numbers are off. Yeah, I've seen I'm at $5,000 and then I go back and check it, 49 something. Like there's something's going on. They're sketch. Robinhood sketch. I'm sure Webull's a little sketch too, but like, what do you do? TD Ameritrade fucking sucks to use. TD Ameritrade, like,
worst platform.
It's just hard. Like it's just hard to navigate. It's like a history textbook. It just sucks. It's not. Literally, you go into Robinhood, you're like, oh, this is so rewarding. It's different colors. It's like Robinhood. It's like stocks for dummies.
That's what they created it for.
Yeah, it's dope
for the average person like you and I to be able to trade.
And shutting us down like that. It's just so like that. That's a huge reason why I want to leave too. But the bigger reason, like, whatever, they shut us down, that sucks, whatever. You know, you can still buy. But if they limit your purchases, then, like, what do? Like, if they're only letting you buy 5 shares of NAKD, for instance, and it's at $1.60. And we all know it's going to go to 3 back where it was. Like, it went to 380 at one point. And again, I see it hit 380. Robinhood tells you it only made it to 360. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe that's with all platforms. I don't know. But
they're manipulating it a bit.
There's manipulation going on for sure, which is completely BS. It's just now I'm super worried because now you have the SEC saying they're going to look into them, like, and shut them. What if they shut them down? Like,
I don't see that happening.
I hope it doesn't.
I would be shocked. A lot of people have a lot of money, and then there's no way they just, you know, they're supposed to file an IPO this year. Robinhood. Not looking good.
Not looking good.
And all the people that use Robinhood are going to invest in that because they love it. And guess what?
Like, I love
They're
Robinhood.
not going to invest.
I love Robinhood so much. As we speak right now, I'll check it right now. I'm trading Dogecoin. I just found out you can trade it like 24/7, which is bad. Like weekend nights, I'm setting alarms at 11 o'clock.
You just needed something to trade during the weekend.
I mean, between 11 and 1 p.m., the sharks. No, 11 p.m. and 1 a.m., the sharks come out. Yeah. You're dealing with great whites, and like I'm scared in bed when I log on that. I'm like, I'm telling you, they come
What's
out.
your price target to get out today of Dodge?
If it hits,
what are you in at?
I hope Stockton, because like Stockton, I'm like go, like I'm holding forever, and then it hits like I don't know 0.036, so like 3.5 cents, and I'm like, I'll pull the fuck out so quick, you know what I mean? And then it drops back down, and then I'll buy back in. You know what I mean? But I want to see it go like it hit like that, like.
So you're pumping and dumping it.
No, not
and ruining it for somebody like me.
No, because I in no way, shape, or form am a financial advisor, and I'm not pumping and dumping. I'm just, oh look, it's going up. Let me buy some of them, and I feel comfortable getting out. I get out, but like I held today, I dropped $500 on it. Okay, like And then I was like, let's just roll with this. And it was like at 28, because I pulled out early this morning. I was like, it was just taking over too much of my time. Then I dropped 500 in, and I was like, I'm going to see where this goes. You know what I mean? And it got like, I was like, oh shit, I'm up $1.50. And I was like, well, let's just go. Like, let's just go with it. And then like, as I'm saying that, within 10 seconds of saying that, it went back down to 29 cents. Like the fastest I've ever seen anything drop.
Yeah.
It dropped so quick. I was like, oh.
Like a matter of seconds? A matter of minutes?
Seconds. No, seconds it dropped. Because like I didn't have time. I was like, maybe I'll go out and brag. Like, I made $1.50 on Saturday. What's because like blah, blah, blah. And then I do it if I'm not glad that I can. You know what I'm saying? And then it dropped so hard me. I was like, so now I have to buy back in.
How many Dodge do you have for $500?
17,000.
17,000.
Oh, I mean, knowing what I know now, I would have put 1,000 in. I would have put 1,000 in and then pulled out. Maybe 300 or 320.
Yeah, but
on a Saturday.
But you didn't pull out.
I didn't pull out. That's mine. So this past week was pretty hectic from Monday on because the whole GameStop thing was going on, but it wasn't in all of our. So like we research hard, like I was saying, and we check out what is going on, like, you know, what's hot, how Biden affected it. Like that's been our mindset. What's going on, and we don't want to. We know what's going to be hot. We know of conferences coming up. Like we had dates set for certain stocks, which we're going to have them in our portfolio by. But right now, while we're just leading up to that, we're watching out for smaller conferences, certain biotech companies, and we were hot on ATOS. And the usual thing was we were doing the research on the weekends and late to the party. Like we would know it. We would find out, like, oh my gosh, like this is the one. And then by Monday at 4 a.m., you could start buying it. Everybody would buy it up, suck it up, because they did their weekend research. And then we'd be late to the party. We would get a spot on the train and we make some money, but not what we wanted to make. And like, I was originally like 20, like, if you're getting in as a new investor, I read it, I was told it, I said I was going to do it, don't look at the price, understand how much money you can make with penny stocks, how much money you can lose with penny stocks, but set a percentage, 10, 20, 30, 40%, that no matter what, you are not going to break that rule because I said it and I recommended it for us, and then we broke the shit out of it. It was like, because that's the thing, like once you start seeing, it's called greed. Once you start seeing numbers go up, you're like, oh my gosh, like how far is this going to go? And it's like 40%. And my rule was 20%. Because you throw $1,000 and it's, again, like that's it, right? Like a stock could be $1, a stock could be $5. It doesn't matter. If you throw 1,000 in each, if both go up 20%, you're making $200. You're making 20%. You pull out, that's what I'm saying. So the more you invest, the more you're going to make. Like your stocks don't disappear on you like that. You watch them disappear on you. You watch your money go away, and you can pull out whenever you want. I mean, granted, day trades and all that bullshit. But all that aside, we're focusing on buying them in the afternoon and selling them in the morning, knowing that a catalyst is coming up, and that's the hardest part because you want to wake up and you're like, oh, look, PHUN blew up. Like, how did I miss that? Like, what are you looking for? Well, you have to look for patterns in these stocks that blow up and what happened, and then you look into other stocks and you go through one by one by one by one, and you have to figure out if this stock meets that pattern coming up. Because we don't, like I said, I'm not interested in putting money in a stock and getting money out of it in 6 months. I'm interested in putting money in a stock and getting my 20% out, if not more, because we don't listen to our rules, in days, if not a day. Like that's why this is unorthodox. That's why we're doing it this way, because we're here to make money. Like I don't understand the people who come in and like the second I speak to somebody who's like, or like at work, someone will talk about stocks and they'll be like, oh yeah, I have money in Tesla and Apple. And in my mind, I'm like, all right, like we're obviously not even going to buy from the get. Like we're not even on the same page here, dude. Like, okay, I want to be screaming at my phone That's how I like trading. I want the adrenaline rush. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see money. I don't want low risk, low reward. It's just it doesn't do it for me. The multiplying, that's what does it. When you look at your phone and in 20 minutes you made $300, now that's happening. That's happening. And getting into the market, people think that's going to happen, but they take the wrong route. It can happen, but you have to go down the right route, and we want to give you the right tools to do that, the right knowledge to do that. We'll give you picks, our picks, and but we're going to give you the knowledge you need to then go on to make your own picks, and then you can check them with ours. You know what I mean? Line them up, but yeah, this past week was just nothing but unity, man. Nothing but bringing everybody. I mean, that and I didn't even think about it like that. Like I didn't think about it like that at all. I mean, it didn't matter. Like politically, it didn't get in my head.
I don't think a lot of people thought of it like that.
Didn't, and like until someone mentioned it, like someone, if you were involved in it, if you had money in GameStop, AMC, Nokia, Express, and then towards the end, SNDL, Naked, CTRM, which are hitters that we've all been huge fans of. It took someone from the outside looking in to be like, hey, did you guys know you guys are all working together? Like, we knew we were, but it wasn't like we were so focused on just rewarding ourselves from the work we put in. You know, like we knew from research AMC was going to pop, but not like that. I mean, you had to, when you get on StockTwits and you can't read messages on a board because they're just flying through. That is it right there. That is volume. Volume. That's what makes things go up and down. Yeah.
Thinking of StockTwits, I'm almost positive there was 1,000 tweets a second on AMC.
Yeah, AMC was fast. I bet you AMC.
I mean, you couldn't read it.
No, AMC I think became faster because so many people looked for the next GameStop and
cheaper too, so more people could get involved.
Yeah, like we seen it and we knew it was hot. What about whatever? You know what I mean? AMC, like, why is that slowly going up? And then I checked StockTwits like 5 o'clock at night. It was, I forget when it was, Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Wednesday night maybe.
Yep.
It was like 5 something, and I was like, yo, we should
Tuesday night.
I was like, we should throw 500 in it and just see, because it was blowing up on StockTwits. Because I went to GameStop and it was blowing up, and the only other one I came across blowing up was AMC. I was like, this fucking thing could ride. Put 500 in, shit, I would have put my whole portfolio in there. And now, next day, we're up $2,000, and we're still just like, we're going to the moon, not realizing we're already on the moon. Like,
well, we would have went to the moon if they didn't restrict
that's
trading.
True, that's true.
That was going to $50
right,
to $100.
That's true. They shut us down that day.
We didn't know that was even possible.
That's true.
Hadn't we known that out of 27?
That's true. Yeah, we had no idea they were going to pull the carpet out from under us. That's right.
Had we known that, we were out at 27 right there. It sat at 27 for a good
I would have
minute.
pulled at 20 if going into it, knowing they could shut us down. I mean,
nobody even knew that was legal.
How horrible is that?
I'm almost positive it's not legal, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
In the coming days.
Right. And originally we were thinking when it first happened, we were like, oh my gosh, this is momentum trading. This is new. This is here to stay. And then towards the end of it, I mean, they've had their foot on the backs of our necks so hard with not letting us buy it and like manipulation when you're trying to sell it. Like, I've heard stories of people putting in sell limits and like they don't go through correctly and they sell at a different price. Like, they sell them right away. I don't know. But the issues that I've seen is not being able to buy more shares. And I know Webull did it. I know Robinhood did it. I think TD did it for a little bit, but then they changed their tune real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mess with any other platforms yet. But when that started happening, you seen it stop. And it didn't go down because of that. It went down at certain points, like the opening sell-off and the lunchtime sell-off. And then after hours, it always popped up. And even with them shutting down these platforms and limiting people to the extent that they did, we're going to open it back up, and they limited them again. It still went up. Like, so when you put in perspective, if they could buy as we were Tuesday and most of Wednesday, it would have flown up.
My price target was 50 to 100 bucks. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that it was going to hit that.
Yeah. And with 100 shares, like, well, we were dancing on tables. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're not day traders. We're pushing the limit of what we can do, but we're definitely tired of our day jobs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
who isn't?
Right, like that's the thing, right? Like you your whole life you go through and you do what your teachers recommend and you do what your parents tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like if you grew up in the middle class pretty much, right? Like majority of us, and then here's a real opportunity. Like
to change your life.
Like we're going to work. I'm getting up at 4 a.m., going to work, getting home. I have a wife and a kid. We're putting in time every day, the weekends, and I mean, a lot of time during the week too, like just like I said, real research. We'll show you white papers. We'll show you everything we're doing. And like they're like, oh no, we're gonna stop that. It's getting too crazy out there. Too many people are buying it. The price is going up too fast. Like why? Because you're betting against it. Like forget your options. We don't care. It's like so when they did that, it was just a real punch in the mouth to all of us. We really and then like we understand that. People spotted GameStop and AMC and Express and jumped on that train, but there were a few that a lot of us knew that were just good stocks, had a chance to fly, were penny stocks. We've been waiting for them to move a little bit, and people started working together and understanding the value of volume and just getting into them and starting to move these stocks. And like, oh no, you can't play it that way. It was like.
I mean, they restricted stocks like SNDL,
well, that's what I'm saying.
CTRM, which had been on our watch list for months.
Yeah, since I started trading.
Not just us, millions of people.
Everybody.
I mean, the average volume of SNDL is 250 million plus every day.
SNDL hit 2 billion.
2 billion.
2 billion volume.
On Wednesday, it hit 2 billion.
2 billion.
And it averages 250 million every day.
Every time it got between 90 to $1. It had a big run to $1.36, but $1.36. And then every time it went to between 90 and $1 and sold off, nobody could buy more shares.
And I think that's because the average person could have became a millionaire off of an SNDL because of how cheap it was.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like the average Joe could have put 10,000 in that.
That's it.
And made millions.
Yeah. And that's why we feel so robbed, because like when we seen this like
GameStop, that's not happening to the average Joe. I know it was $30, but still, that's too expensive. You could buy
portfolio on that too.
I would have too.
Yeah, we all.
I would have too, but that's not 30 cents. You got an SNDL was 30 cents 2 weeks ago.
At one point, yeah.
So,
no, it was like 6. When I bought it Thursday night at 60 cents.
I'm sorry, the week before New Year's Eve.
Oh, December.
39 cents.
Yeah, she was low.
39 cents.
She was low. And like CTRM, I mean that's been ruining people. That's the drinker's stock right there. Because if you don't drink and you buy CTRM, you're drinking, because she don't move, and every time she does, they do a public offering and they just push him back down under 20 cents. And like, I think people were ready to give up. I gave up on CTRM. I recommended it to my wife, and she did her thing with it, and like it went up, and like the rest of us dummies, I was like, hold the line. And then the next thing you know, it dropped again. But then you couldn't buy that. Like Robin was showing up, like, we don't support it. It was like, it was horrible.
Unbelievable.
The Dogecoin. Do this for you.
What are you getting into your Dogecoin? Your day trades of the weekend?
It's horrible.
I think maybe, give it like a 24-hour, don't trade anything. Try that. Starting today.
Well, after midnight, because tonight, I mean, it goes up late.
Get out.
Well, I just have to set that sell limit.
You're going to get out.
Yeah.
And you're going to make a promise to me that you are not going to trade all day tomorrow.
All day. Sunday.
Yeah.
It's God's day.
Sunday.
Day of rest.
Yes. No trading.
There's no resting at your sister's boyfriends. This is
no.
Coming in from 4th Avenue. This is. It's funny, right? Because like I've never been so excited to wake up in the morning. Once we found the right strategy that works, it was just like it's been
hit the ground running.
Yeah, hit the ground running. Yeah. So with your new traders coming in, definitely be aware. like I said, if you're looking to buy Apple and anything over, let's say $5-6 and move along. Like sometimes, like right now, AMC. I mean, if AMC had a chance to go to the moon, we'll say $100 is the moon. If we ever mention on this channel, going to the moon, we're talking triple digits.
I think I changed my tune on that because of AMC.
On what?
We bought AMC at I want to say 562. Don't quote me on that. Roughly around there. And that flew to 27, and we made 2 G's if we had sold.
That's right.
So I think I changed my tune.
Yeah, great. We did sell after that.
We sold in the 19.
We made like $1,500.
But what I mean is, those stocks do that a lot. 5 to 20. That happens.
Yeah, that's true. Right, so I take back what I said.
Maybe not so much up to 20, but they'll run $10.
That's true. Yeah, and you are making some money. So you're absolutely right, because that's not out of the radar. Sometimes I'll have some hitters up there.
In my opinion, I thought it was, but after doing AMC and seeing the amount of money that is potentially there to make,
that's true.
I think I changed my tune on it.
And again, we're talking. I mean, last week, man. Last week just stabbed me in the heart. It did. Because, I started the week so strong. And then it was like, you're going to hand this to us on a silver platter? Well,
it started with the conference.
Right. It started the conference, ATOS. And then it was finishing with this. And it was like, oh my gosh, all the ones we've been watching and ready to hit and have money in, they're about to take off. Let's buy more. And then they're like, nope. And they cut us off. But let's get away from that. At this point in time, you're absolutely correct, because these are now. I think before it'd be a little tough to be making $1,000 a day, but now with the momentum's not going to go anywhere.
No,
especially with the headlines, new people are coming in. It's going. Stocks are about to fly, and I think people who are with politics aside, these bad boys are going to move now because people are just coming in with stimulus checks with their money now, and realizing how much money people made with GameStop and AMC, because people made a lot of money with that, and Express too, but they shot her in the back of the head. They executed Express. And Nokia's a good stock. Nokia's long term. And that's what I said when I got into it. I was like, Nokia's long term anyway. So
long term because it's a 5G stock.
It's a 5G stock, yeah.
That's good with Biden being president. That's 5G is a sector you want to look at.
Yeah, well, clean energy thanks to Biden, but I would say 5G is tough. No matter who's in charge.
I think that's the future for the world.
Yeah, but we'll cover everything from biotech, medical devices. My fucking dreams too, man. My dreams have been about certain stocks. I got a dream about Medical last night. Why am I? You know what I'm saying? but the obsession is the only reason that I'm able to make the picks I'm making, because I really put heart and soul into it, and that's the only way you're going to pick the real stocks that are going to come through. You can say, I think this one's going to go off, and it goes nowhere. I mean, we're really accurate with our picks, and I think it's because we have so much passion in it, and I really get off on doing this. I enjoy it. I enjoy the research, and
I mean, you put in the work too. I mean,
I put in a lot of work. Yeah,
it's a second job to you. You're putting in 20 to 30 hours a week.
Yeah, I just love
not to brag or anything, but you're putting in 20 to 30 hours
a lot
week.
Of time.
That's to the majority of people, that's a full-time job.
Right. So,
and we're doing that so people don't have to do it.
Right. That's why we're starting this, because you don't have to put in that time. You can come here and you can trust our picks. Yeah, because I'm not gonna. What we tell you about is what we're looking at, and I'm not gonna throw
what we're looking at and why.
Yeah, exactly. We're not just gonna.
We're not just gonna read a graph.
Read off tickers. No.
We're gonna tell you why we like this stock. We're gonna give price target.
Yeah.
Which is key.
Yeah, I'm tired of the fishy, you put penny stocks in under YouTube and you get those fishy fucking, you scroll down and see their videos and it's some dude with a thumbs up and a rocket ship behind him, and then it says 10x, 20x, go get out of here, you jabron.
We're not about that.
No, we want to be real with you, and we'll tell you why we're picking them. And
and you give us feedback on if you think maybe that's not
we want to hear what you guys have to say, absolutely, because there's thousands of them. we miss them. But what
You miss the boat more often than you make the boat.
You do. Yeah, you do. But I'll tell you, the boats that we assign definitely start moving.
For sure.
Yeah. Rarely have we found one and it didn't go anywhere and it was a dud.
Yeah.
We'd find it, but it'd be too late. So we really changed our strategy up to like literally if we were a day late, we would just start a day earlier. And that's how that's real. It's literally just it's a pattern. I mean, because a couple weeks in a row, I'd be a day late. And we would make money off it, but we weren't making the money we wanted to off it. So just start. If instead of starting on a Friday night, you start on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night, and your goal would be for Monday. You want to buy them. I hear a lot of people, like they sell off on Fridays. Like we like to buy on Fridays, if not Thursdays. After hours or Thursday after hours are a party.
And Friday, right when it's going to close, is a party.
Yeah.
You could have a stock down all day Friday. And then 401 hits, and it's up 5% in a matter of 60 seconds.
Yeah, you see 5-10% wrong, and you know the next day. It's going
that Monday, that thing's taking off.
Yeah.
Because it was down 20% that Friday, but then Friday after hours, it's already up 5-10%.
Absolutely.
Something's up.
Absolutely. So yeah, you're not going to get that whole you're not going to get the BS with us. You know what I mean? We're not going to be, and like some people that give you their picks are I've listened to some people and I've seen their picks and like they were right, but they're usually late. I'll tell you that. I feel like it's people pumping up something that already had a catalyst. They'll release some PR, it'll go up 20-30%, and then they just review on how it went up and it doesn't go up after that.
A lot of people go off of just charts and think they really know what they're reading.
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes they're right, but sometimes they're completely off.
Yeah,
or they're late.
Yeah, I think charts
or early.
I don't like with charts and me. I can kind of work around charts. Like I look at them and kind of like I notice the more I do it, the more you kind of pick it up on what's going on. But there's definitely signs to look for. Especially the candlesticks. The candlesticks, if anything, I watch the candlesticks, but you can watch a chart and know that it's bottomed out. And what you're buying in is not going to bottom out too much more unless they do an offering. And in which case, you would have to see if they've previously done one. So with each thing you look at, there's usually another step to go to. Like there's usually like, okay, I see this, but why is it like that? And what else do I have to look at? That's pretty much how we've been looking at them. But yeah, it brought everybody together, which was cool. Everybody seems to be working together now, pumping these things up. If they continue letting us do that, which, again, I thought that I was like, oh, this is going to change, like back to the drawing board. But now that look at Dodge. They just moved on to the next one. They're like, oh, you want to stop us? Okay, next. Like, it isn't going anywhere. To stop this, you'd have to shut everything down and push people away from wanting to invest in the market. And that's just not going to happen now, especially now. I mean, this has been a carrot waved in front of everyone's face, including our own. We just want, I don't know. I think it's getting more exciting than ever now. I scream at my phone. I'm on the table dancing. But again, I'm not messing with low risk. Like, we're making money. We're making money. I mean, we were up a couple grand this past week. That's with missing the big train with GameStop, and that's with AMC being held where it was. We're still making money, and a lot of it has to do with that research. And remember, the more you invest, the higher you're going to get back. The percentages, again, look at the percentages, not the price. Like you can make 20% on a dollar stock, you can make 20% on a stock that's $5. It's still 20%. And my mistake was throwing in too little money each time because our picks were so right. We were making money. We're making money on what, $300-400. That will make 20% on that and shit. So
well, it's because in the beginning you don't know.
You're scared. You're like
you don't know if your research is valid.
Which is good though. You definitely want to come in kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? And then as you go confident, you start getting little balls on your leg. You're like, you roll them. Absolutely. Yeah. But it's good. It's good too. What a lot of people don't tell you is work with somebody. like having like a team, so to speak. You know,
Pick
that's
each other's
huge.
brain.
Yeah, that's huge.
Bounce ideas.
Like I'm sure a lot of people do it, but I've never heard anyone tell me to do it. And we just happen to do it because we were into it. Is have somebody else with you because they'll talk you off the ledge when you lose all your money the first time around. Because that's big. You're ready to drive your car off the parking garage. You know what I mean? That gets you bad. That gets you hard. And then and sometimes like they just bring your mind back. And if you can split up what needs to be done, you can conquer twice as much. If one guy's better at the research, he sticks to the research. If the other guy's better at the price calling, he does the price calling. You know, and that's how you start a business. You don't start a business with two guys that have the same skill. You start a business with two guys that have two different skills that work towards the same goal. You know, and that's relatively what this is. When you're throwing the amount of money that we're throwing into it, you might as well just start a business. You're throwing a lot of time and a lot of money into it, but the payback is huge. So definitely tune in with us. We're going to give you all the correct tools and picks for sure. Just I don't know, man. I think this week's going to be nuts. So on to our watch list.
I think we'll do another episode tomorrow, and we'll go through the whole watch list.
Yeah,
I
think so.
I think that's the better route to go here.
Before throwing it out there now on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm,
we don't want to ruin your Saturday night with your day.
Episode 2 comes out tomorrow,
Yeah.
and we'll specifically focus on just next week's watch list.
I think so. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Hate to tease you, but you got to tune back in. You know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Your sisters, boyfriends appreciate it. That's what we're here to do. Here to give you the advice nobody else did.